Welcome, my friends. It's Admiral Revan here. Hope you're doing well, my friends. Well, today I have a bit of an update. So, there's been a bit of discussion behind the scenes, and a lot of people were talking to me offline, and they were shocked with the sudden news about me not becoming a CC for World of Warships yet. And honestly, I'm pretty much fed up with a lot of things going on with everything happening, and I have every right to be pissed. I really do. So, the last 18 months, I have streamed for World of Warships as a content creator and streamer for fun and enjoyment purposes. And back in January 2020, where my streaming career began, I was actually focused on the Asia server, but I wasn't really enjoying it at one point, and decided to explore and expand my opportunities. So when I started to become friends with many other streamers around the world, I realized that once I started expanding on EU and NA, I realized that I found my passion on NA server. But during that time, I still played on Asia server for fun and shenanigans, and I still did. And I had a lot of fun, and that never changed. But what made me annoyed, and this has just been very open about it, what made me annoyed was that I was trying to get to the point that, you know what, I'm trying to understand why this is happening. With the frustration that why I had been denied a couple of times on my application for CC. And some of it was the lack of viewership. Some of it was the lack of content building and stuff like that. And in the end, eventually, I was not getting enough feedback what I wanted. So I was getting more and more frustrated. And you can imagine the reasons why I started to become more and more angry about it and frustrated about how it's been happening. So, in a good retrospect, the community managers that I've made friends with, both past and present, have been fantastic all around, and I really do enjoy them very, very much. I became good friends with some of the community managers, and I enjoy their company and everything what they do. And in the end, I just said to myself, "Yep, I can see that I'm doing something right. I'm making a lot of right steps in the right direction." I just basically said to myself, enough is enough. I seem to be going in the right direction, and I'm still all about promoting the franchise and still making a lot of good highlights and clips like this one here. So basically, what you're seeing now is my highlights of what I've done for the last 2 years in this video, and I pretty much mixed it up a little bit. Some of it is funny, especially that ramming flag submarine saga just a second ago here. That was actually pretty funny. But, it is hilarious with everything going on in this game. Wargaming itself, the franchise, and everything what they're doing for World of Warships, there's a lot of things, that could have been better in the game. And I understand the frustrations and everything behind that. And when I get frustrated and annoyed with everything that's been happening in the game, I feel it too. I feel the crowd as well, and I think about it all as that as a streamer, that I still stream for fun and shenanigans despite of which is going on. So, if you think about it, I'm just okay with that. I really am. And that's what made me more and more self-apparent that, when I have this going on, something obviously was not going right. And I just said to myself, why the hell am I not a CC for World of Warships yet? It's like, who did I, piss off or something like that? But, look at this, for example. This is when I started back in January 2020. First layout and everything, it was actually pretty funny when I had it. And I was actually streaming at 1440p, which is not a good idea. I do not encourage you to do that on Twitch, but I do encourage you for streaming in 1080p, because as you can see on a widescreen, it looks a bit, boxed in a bit. But see, 1080p resolution like this one, for example, I saw it like a lot of better presentation, and it started to feel right in a good way that I had to expand it in the long run, in terms of what I want to do with the content and everything. And people were starting to watch my streams a fair bit, starting to respect it and everything. And, good highlight videos like this one, when I have the, devastating strike and first blood, that actually blows your mind away. But you can see like breathtaking moments and, good times where you sit back and go like, wow, this is unreal. I cannot believe I've done that. And it's true. So I can see myself, really enjoying it. As my community grew, I slowly realized that I must be doing something right. And obviously I'm still interacting with the community, starting to talk with people a lot. I started to realize that, I'm actually having a lot of fun and enjoying myself at the same time. I actually really said to myself in the back of my mind was that I must be doing something right. Every time I get to the CC program, shots were fired and mistakes were made every time I got so close, like this close encounter right here. That was very, very close. But, every time I apply for CC program, I just keep belting my head at a wall, wondering what the hell have I done wrong? And it's nothing about what I really did wrong in the end, unfortunately. It's about something that I'm getting to the point that I don't know what am I doing wrong anymore. Even though I asked for feedback and asked for clarity and everything like that, I kind of get that very negative vibe, and so you should know yourself what you're doing wrong. Now, when I have celebrity streamers like iChase Gaming, who was pretty big at the day, and I have to admit, having him drop by your stream actually makes you chuckle and laugh, and it's actually very good to see iChase Gaming. Very good streamer all around, folks. I mean, he has been very good for YouTube videos, for World of Warships. He's very dedicated. He did a lot of things for the community. But when you have big streamers like that come to your stream, you feel like you're doing something right, and you have been really pushing hard, motivating yourself day in, day out. And to see this sort of thing come at you, you know that you're doing something in the right books. And this is why I was sitting there to myself okay, I must be doing it in the right direction. Now, over the years and months of streaming, I've realized that I've streamed for World of Warships for about nearly 2 years now, and for the time I've done it, I have done a lot of good things for the the community. Done a lot of good giveaways, done a lot of YouTube videos, which, by the way, YouTube and my Facebook community is starting to expand a bit now. Oof, that was a bit of a rough hit there. Never turn broadside. I learned a lot of things what you don't do and do in this game, but it's funny that I keep creating this kind of content because it's all about the shenanigans are real. It's about you having fun and winning it with your friends and having a good time and laughs and spreading the love and enjoyment and excitement in the channel. And having good funny memories like this actually helps you in the long run. Honestly, when I think about everything that's been going on in the World of Warships community side of things, there has been some good and bad moments. And the bad moment was that they pretty much it starts off like this. When I asked for my applications to be terminated because we're gonna start fresh and work around it, we agreed to that sort of thing. And when I look back at the previous videos and highlights like this, for example, the laughs, the gags, everything in between. The funny moment about seeing this is like like with while Star-Lord is having a bit of a charismatic joke and having make us feel with a lot of laughs, and when her singing in the background, it makes you smile with a tearful eye, and actually reminds you of how remarkable it is to have great people around you. And honestly, this community is thriving no matter which server you're on. Now, honestly, I have been a full-time streamer beforehand, and I really enjoyed it ever since day one. There is a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. A lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. And, like at the end of the day, I was like, I love, promoting the fun aspect of it. Because, like, we need to have that laugh behind the scene because of everything that's been going on in real life. So, when I'm talking about my CC application situation here, basically, the community manager and I had a bit of a discussion back and forth, and he goes, right, so I'm happy to disregard your previous applications, which is cool. I mean, like, we talked about it and sussed it out. And then he goes, from here on out, you should submit a maximum of 1 application per 3 months. Any more is redundant, and make sure you include your metrics, channels, Twitch, YouTube, etc. Any particulars you do for the community is important as well. For example, I got in because I had made a podcast surveying the leaders of different clans to learn about their culture and how they operate internally. No one had really done that before, so I was creating a new knowledge and sharing it publicly. This was appealing to the person involved and at the time because it was something new and done for the community. Now, he pretty much blatantly said, please don't think I'm suggesting you should make a podcast. Now, think about it for myself. I have done a podcast channel for myself already recently, and this was done in conjunction with keeping in touch with other streamers within the community, finding out what they do and understanding what's so great about their channel and getting to know them better, etc. And it helps promote their channel as well as my own in a retrospect of me helping out, asking many questions. Hey, don't get me wrong, I love promoting people, and it actually brings a lot of good vibes, So, when I think about it, like with all the, the people that I got involved with and everything like that, I just said to myself, okay, I must be doing something right. And, like in Christmas last year in 2020, I mean, like, it was a good time to get involved, be happy, promote all the good vibes, try and, get through it together despite of which, and then, just pretty much enjoy it. And that's what, the spirit of Christmas is all about. So the other thing I was giving feedback on was that if I was like good enough in doing demonstrations for coaching and whatnot, and like, I don't mind coaching. I love coaching, and I love having fun with people. I love teaching people, but also learn from others, and that's what's important. But learning your experiences from other people as well. Take it on board. Establish a collaborative panel where you have people working together, talking it through, and making something out of it. And that's what I thought was great about it, mind you. And this is where I was like, sitting and going like, okay, is it all about the community? Yes, it is. I mean, for me, what I was doing it for. So that's just like, one of the things I was just highlighting. So honestly, as I thought about it, I'm all about the community, and I do give a rat's ass about the community. The community deserves better, because honestly, in the last 12 months or so, I've seen a lot of shake-ups around here, and both positive and negative. And honestly, I don't know what to say, mate. But it is pretty rough. Now, as a streamer, a player's content streamer, I love having fun, promoting the game, and find new ways, playing a game that is fun and dynamic, and you make it enjoyable. And this is, me trying to promote new ways of having fun in operations and randoms, brawls, co-op, even playing in clan battles as well too, and ranked, and other game modes like the Twilight, grand battles, and more. You're just trying to have fun, in the long term. And this is why, when I was comparing it to my experiences, I realized that when I was thinking about the North American community and the server I was on, I was all for it, and that's what I've been doing. But now that I've been shafted, been kicked to the curb, if you will, and then basically when I weighed up the pros and cons about which server I'll be active on, since I'll be working full time, and that recently changed my lifestyle. I'm working full time now. In the short answer I can give you, I've decided to, go back to Asia. And that's why it makes sense. But all the functionality for ranked, randoms, brawls, operations, all the other game modes that are not usually commonly open during the evening streams that I do it for the Asia server. Now, in terms of time zones, or when I'm working, I used to do it in the time zone to stream. So basically that's why I actually thought about it all. And then I just basically knocked it back, what I want to do for 2020. And basically I saw 2020 was a bit of a rocky horror stream saga, because it fluctuated so much. But this year in 2021, for King of the Sea, for the first time I did King of the Sea in October, I did a good job of it, and I think so in a way. But I did learn a lot from it, and there's still a lot of experiences here. So one of the biggest experiences that I realized is that King of the Sea does help you with your viewership. King of the Sea also helps you to expand the community and have fun. But you know what? I mean, I do some incredible giveaways and things for the community, and they deserve it. They deserve it. So honestly, I push hard above and beyond my limits every time for the community, whether it's Asia, whether it's EU, whether it's NA. And when I get told that hi, sigh. When I got told by Wargaming, the most recent message that I was being told, black and white writing, I'd like you to take a break from submitting applications. No more than one every 3 months, please. I have them all listed here. Grow your community and figure out how you contribute. That's the wording I was used. And pretty much that pissed me off. It freaking did. And I'm very angry and acid about it. Why am I angry and acid about it? Okay, I'll tell you why. You never tell an Australian that. Australians are very caring, supportive people. And that kind of comment pissed me right off. You don't tell an Australian that at all. And you know what? I'm not against the person who said it, but the way, the context, the way it's been used, the message, it really puts me in a phase between the I's across the T's that this is ridiculous. And the wording that was used is actually, a bit of a half-assed answer, if you want to put it that way. I've been asking a lot of questions to try and help improve my content and everything. And the best thing I can do is just walk away and pretend I didn't see this. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to walk away and pretend I never saw this comment. But unfortunately, I have shared this comment with a lot of my friends and friends who are friends of different streamers and so on and so forth. And a lot of people go like, "Whoa, that's pretty unfair." And I agree, it is. And, there's one person who's a CC, and he became a CC before I did, and he had a lower follower count than I did, but at the same time though, that he tried, right? He tried to justify about his content and everything, and he said to myself one day offline, he was going like, "How come you're not a CC yet?" And I turned around and said like, "Apparently you're doing something right and I'm not." And that's, that pisses me off. I think what's happened is I don't know if it's favoritism or anything like that, but it makes me angry. It really does make me so mad. And honestly, I don't bother coming back and talk about it. I just, said to myself, I'm very angry. I have every right to be angry. And eventually I'll calm down, and I think I will in due time, but at the moment, you don't insult me. That's the biggest insult to me. If you insult me in any way, shape or form, it makes me feel like I insulted your mother or your father or your family members. And I have this comment about saying you should take a break for 3 months, and from submitting applications, and I just walked away. I just said to myself, F this. I just said F this. And that's, really drove me mad. Because the people out there know that the Asia server doesn't have enough representatives for the content they provide or anything like that. Anything whatsoever. Right? I just stopped talking about it. Period. Understand this. There's a lot of representation for Asia server for the different languages, except English. So let's talk about that. So the English speaking CCs we only have is basically Major Rage and Logistic Llama. Both of them are great. The funny thing about Major Rage is that Major Rage was pretty much a small streamer. And if it weren't for us, for many people out there, who figured out who he was and everything like that, he wouldn't have gotten to where he is right now. Mind you, he's a great CC all around, easygoing, very approachable bloke that you can talk to and have great fun and shenanigans with. And honestly, I find it amusing every time we do a bit of piss take jokes on him. And honestly, we just have fun, and that's what we do. At the end of the day, I think that Major Rage is just like a great streamer all around for what he does. And he promotes different ways of how things have been handled and how things are done. And that's great. It's good to have him. So Logistic Llama is basically, relatively brand new as a CC on the Asia server, but he's done a great job, for what he's doing. And honestly, we had another one, and he was in the CC program, and I won't talk much about it, but we had one that was in the CC program, and he had a great reputation all around, but he was, he was stood down due to personal beliefs, and didn't agree what was going on with Wargames direction stuff, and that's great. I mean, like, that's his prerogative, choice, and everything, and I think that's awesome. So I don't bother talking about that, like about the whole thing about becoming a CC, because it hurts me a lot. I've been hurt. I've been lied to. There's no transparency whatsoever about well, what they really want. I've asked questions to get the freaking answers I want, and basically I'm being treated like dirt. And that pissed me off. But does it stop me from applying CC? No, it doesn't. Because I go with this quote. It's like, let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't sunshine, the world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place. And I don't care how tough you are. It'll beat you to your knees, and you'll keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna get hit as hard as life, but it ain't all about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward, and how much you can take and keep moving forward. So basically, it's how much you can take and keep moving forward. That shows, how winning is done. Now, let me just paraphrase this a little bit more. I know when I'm thinking about this, it's basically, I'm just sitting there like, how many times have I been hit? Way too much. So let me just start again. Let me tell you about something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are. It'll beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna get hit as hard as life, but it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, then get out there and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits, and not pointing any fingers, saying you, me, you ain't anywhere you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that, and I'm always gonna love you, no matter what happens. And you, my friends, the people, the supporters of this channel, you are my family, my blood of my journey, and you've been there throughout, through and through. You're the best thing that is to me in my journey in life, to keep me moving forward, to keep me pushing forward in what I strongly believe in. I bloody well deserve to be a community contributor for the Asia server, and that is why I am making it in this video. This video is dedicated to you, Australians, New Zealanders, the people on the Asia server and the community. You deserve better representation, and you deserve to have someone like me in there. And not only that, if I will put it out there about what happened back in October 2021. We did King of the Sea for the Asia server, right? And I had never seen such a strong viewership and support of the community. And I felt very well appreciative, and I want to continue that relationship with you. And when I realized I've been streaming a lot for the Asia server and everything like that, I realized that I'm part of the crew, part of the family, and that's where I belong. And honestly, that's just, pretty much in a nutshell. So, I'm just glad, that I'm getting this off my chest. Because I deserve, like, a better chance of doing that. If I have reached the requirements of Twitch Partner, which I already have, thanks to everybody out there, I deserve the chance to push hard for Twitch Partner in 2022, which is one of my goals, and then look at applying for CC in probably 6 to 12 months time. I don't see myself reapplying right now in the next 3 months. No freaking way. I mean, like, I think, after all that's happened, I'm just going to forget about it for a while. Because it's stupid. It is so stupid that I'm doing something, out of my kindness of my heart, something I really do enjoy and appreciate and love the most. And it bothers me that I have, this going on. Now, we have KGB Terminator, who's done a great job with his artistic work and camos of his own ships that I share on my stream, and I show it and promote it on the community out there. I also do a lot of YouTube video content, video content announcements or the latest World of Warship content, as well as other things that I think that, warship reviews and operations, guides, things like that help players everywhere. And each and every one of you deserves better. They really do. So, when I have been given the feedback to grow my community and figure out how you contribute, well, we need to work as a team and kick ass and basically tell Wargaming the reason why I deserve to be CC. And this time it will be for the Asia server. What does it mean for the other servers? Well, I will hang out and have fun, of course, but look, Monday to Friday is all going to be about Asia server. Weekends, it can be anything. So honestly, I will be focused on it. What I need to do to produce the content I need. If I'm getting sponsorships, like, to get my PC hardware upgraded, like this one I'm showing off with my Ryzen 9, which I got 5900X, and a new microphone that I'm using right now. And if it weren't for good, sponsorships and stuff like that, it's it's fantastic. So I'm trying my best, my friends, to really do it. And the Asia server deserves better representation for the English speaking side of things. Have a bit of variety, nothing wrong with that, because they have plenty of that on the North American and EU community. So we need more of that here in Asia. And the Australians definitely, damn right, deserve better representation. So, if you've seen highlight videos like this or about why I'm so excited, passionate and everything like that, you understand why I'm trying to, do what I can to make my community grow. The community is all about you, my friends. This is not all about me. I do the hard work as a streamer to build up an awesome community. But we do this together as a team. Yes, we may brag about the milestones and all the rewards and everything we did together, but it's a joint team effort. So, my friends, welcome home indeed. About everything going on. And, I hope, my friends, that I will become a community contributor in 2022. And the message will not change. My stream schedule will change for the better. The server and the games I'll still play will change, but you know, it's all for the better picture. At the end of the day, it's all about having fun and making that difference. So I don't know, man. I mean, like, mate, crikey, there's some good streamers out there for the community I'm with, but at the end of the day, I just want to stay focused. And my journey to Twitch partner and my journey to CC. But I will stay away from talking about it on my stream, about the CC, because it hurts. I hate being lied to. I hate people being two-faced. I hate the fact of, you know, these kind of responses that I've been getting is pretty upsetting. And honestly, at the end of the day, I have nothing against the wargaming staff because they're doing their job, but the wording that they used was pretty much a damn right insult to me. And I'm not gonna beg for it. I'm gonna keep punching. I'm gonna kick ass and keep punching forward and soldier on. My viewership's picked up on Twitch and everything, so anything can happen, folks. And we're doing something right. So, yeah. That's just in a nutshell, my friends. But, you know, like, I do apologize for the rant. But if I don't talk about it, no one's really gonna listen. You know how I feel. I very sulked and talked about it within my family about it, but they said, like, don't let those bastards win. And it's like, you will become what you want if you keep pushing and keep pushing yourself forward, and you know, just stream for fun. And a lot of people have told me stream for fun, so I will. So I'm streaming for fun of it now and enjoyment, and that's what's going to happen right now, folks. I will be streaming for the fun of it and enjoyment from now on, and honestly, I think that'll be the best way to handle it right now. And yeah, I mean, like, it's a good journey, learning curve, but my streams will continue to improve. Everything else I've been doing will continue to improve. But yes, I will no doubt continue my journey in becoming a CC for World of Warships on the Asia server. Starting as of today in November 2021, I'm on the Asia server streaming. Until then, we'll leave it like that. Have a good one, folks, and we'll see you around on the next streams.